Good evening to you all faithful viewers of Equinoxe television. Thank you so much for joining us in this edition of the news in the English language. Our major stories this evening. Few days to the celebration of Christmas, which is a period of forgiveness and reconciliation, Cameroonians continue to express discontent on happenings around them. In Broya today, inhabitants of Bokova and Mekongi staged a protest demonstration. The people complain they have been without electricity for several months now, and if nothing is done, they are going to spend end-of-year festivities in the dark. Rex AFCON is on standby from Broya. He will tell us more in this news edition. And over to the Mungo division of the littoral, where the local population went on a rampage earlier today as well, after the tragic death of an internally displaced young man who ran away from the war in the northwest region. He was reportedly brutalized by some men in uniform. Those are our stories, viewers. Details and more when we come back. Welcome back, viewers. Thank you so much for being with us. We take you right away to Broya, where traffic was for the better half of today interrupted or paralyzed because of a protest demonstration staged by inhabitants of Mekongi Quarter in great support around the entrance into Sandpit. Their reasons for doing so is that they have been without electricity for close to 6 months now. Just this evening, we are told a transformer is being installed in the area, but our reporter Rex AFCON was there earlier today with the protesters, with whom he spoke. We come back to this report by Rex AFCON in Broya. He tells us that traffic was somehow paralyzed today in Broya, the chief town of the southwest region, due to a protest which was staged by inhabitants of Mekongi Quarter in great support around the entrance into Sandpit. The people were complaining that they have been for several months without electricity supply. Rex AFCON spoke with some of the protesters. He tells us more in the report which comes up next. We will be coming to that report in the course of this news edition. We stay with Rex still in Broya. He takes us to Bokova, still in the Broya subdivision, where the local inhabitants still, because of insufficient electricity supply, the people went on a rampage, decrying that they have been without lights for several months now. Hello Rex, you tell us more from Bokova.
At the center of discussions between the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paula Tanganji, and representatives of the Cameroon Bar Council was the post-electoral unrest.
Mr. Batone, we have been having conflicting results and figures on the number of criminals arrested, as well as those who died as a result of post-electoral violence. I thought it wise that we should have these discussions so that we should give you our figures and official figures, so that your collaborators and your colleagues should remain at the same level of information.
According to the Minat boss, this is due to the conflicting statistics advanced, contradicting those of his ministry.
In the North region, 3 criminals reported dead. In the East region, 3 criminals reported dead. In the littoral region, 9 people died. In the West region, we had just 1 case reported dead. No person died in the Adamawa region. No person died in the far north region.
Barrister Mba Eringba suggested that
it is my fervent wish that perhaps a mixed commission be put in place so that we work and give you the sources of our figures.
Concerning administrative detentions, Minister Paul Atanganji stated that no citizen is still held in custody. A shocking statement to Barrister Mba Eringba.
We've given him with names of people who are still in detention following administrative orders from the various DOs, governors and all of that. So inform us if you are aware of anybody who is still in detention, because they say everybody has been released. We have given the names that we know, but we cannot know all. If there are minors, let us know. We equally brought up the case of people who are mentally sick, who are being arrested. We will not only give him the figures as he gave us, but we are going to give him the figures and the names.
He assures that the bar will spare no effort to exploit this opportunity to secure the release of detainees of the post-electoral unrest from the hands of corrupt officials.
He has assured us that he will give instructions and that he's going to have a meeting with the police boss, the gendarmerie, that lawyers be given unfettered access to their clients who have been detained following the post-election crisis. But we have said we are going to have a partnership. We are going to go down to the field with one of the administrators or the directors that will be given by him, and we'll do a surprise visit where we know particular persons are there.
Minister Paul Atanganji also urged to Barrister Mba Eric Mba to call to order some of his colleagues he terms outlawed who are creating disorder in the Republic, referring to Barrister Alice Nkom as an example, though without mentioning her name.
Depuis un certain temps, affiche le comportement d'une dame hors la loi en posant des actes irresponsables qui visent à
That was Innocent Azer reporting there on the response of the Bar President Barrister Eric Mba on the declarations made by Minister Paul Atanganji during a conference they jointly organized in Yaoundé yesterday. In other news, the second WHO Global Summit on Traditional Medicine, jointly organized with the government of India, concluded today in New Delhi, marking a major milestone for global health. Combined with a strong lineup of 160 speakers, the global traditional medicine community shared insights on how traditional medicine can strengthen health systems with more safer, evidence-based and affordable care. Babila Jonathan reports.
Innovation took center stage with the launch of the Health and Heritage Innovation H2I at the World Health Organization's second Global Summit on Traditional Medicine in New Delhi. The H2I is an initiative to nurture breakthrough ideas that bridge traditional practices and cutting-edge technologies such as AI, genomics, and digital health. From over 1,000 submissions, 21 finalists were announced at the summit and will enter a year-long acceleration program to refine prototypes, receive scientific and regulatory guidelines, and connect with policymakers and investors. Over 16,000 online registrations and 800 delegates from more than 100 countries attended the summit in New Delhi. The event brought together ministers, scientists, indigenous leaders, and practitioners to discuss the role of traditional medicine in strengthening health systems.
Traditional medicine represents a living heritage in Cameroon, deeply embedded in our cultures, indigenous knowledge system, and community resilience. Research data indicate that nearly 80% of the population use traditional medicine, including in urban settings, often in a complementary relationship with conventional care.
Cameroon's Minister of Public Health went further to elaborate government strategy to step up quality and credibility of traditional medicine via the respect of scientific standards and norms in traditional medicine production and administration.
Government of Cameroon has demonstrated strong political commitment to recognizing, promoting and regulating traditional medicine in line with the public health standards. In December 2024, our Parliament adopted and the Head of State, His Excellency Paul Biya, enacted a law on traditional medicine which protect communities, intangible heritage and intellectual property, promotes biodiversity conservation and sustainability while ensuring the safety, quality and efficacy of traditional medicine products.
Another key outcome of the summit is the launch of the Traditional Medicine Global Library, a digital platform consolidating 1.6 million resources on traditional medicine, which will support breakthrough ideas, bridging traditional practices with cutting-edge technologies. The initiative aims to promote evidence-based traditional medicine and improve access to trusted information.
And now we move on to one of our lead stories. The local population of the Mungo division today went on a rampage earlier today after the tragic death of an internally displaced young man. The guy who ran away from the war in the northwest region was reportedly brutalized by some men in uniform. Cedric Chakutio tells us more.
Two young men Ibrahim, 19, and Yaya, 17-year-old, both internal displaced individuals from the conflict northwest region, were victims of extreme violence in the hands of armed men in Maleke.
On the 10th of December 2025 at Maleke, which is in between Suza and Banga, Yaya, Isa and our brother Ibrahim, coming out from their work site, met with the commander of Brigade Recherche Banga. So he frightened them, and with a gunshot he held them, and unfortunately there was a car very far away, had a breakdown somewhere, and they called him that the car is attacked by thieves. So he left them there with other people and left to where the car had a breakdown. Arriving there, he discovered thieves and shot one of them. He came back to Yaya Isa, who came out from his work site, and his brother Ibrahim. So he took them, that he was to take them to Mbanga for investigations. So unfortunately, along the line, he shot all the two. He shot Ibrahim and Yaya Isa.
The forces of law and order transported the bodies to the morgue, claiming they had killed bus robbers.
My two brothers, them come with the goers. That people them follow, shoot gun them there and civils, so them.
Fortunately, Ibrahim woke up surrounded by corpses and was chained to his hospital bed to prevent him from speaking.
My brother, them come for me too. My brother.
The truth came out thanks to witnesses and the intervention of the prosecutor.
We a machine. We go call people, they say people them don't tell we back. We call people them cash go shoot for.
The community, shocked, expressed their worry and fear, saying that they no more feel secured.
All of us are in danger presently due to the reaction taking place by the commander of Brigade Recherche Banga, because this attack make all of us here in tears. So we are calling on the government from all over to see into this situation. If not, really, we don't even know what will happen tomorrow.
For now, the men involved are currently in custody. The investigations are ongoing to determine the exact circumstances of this tragedy and to punish those responsible.
Over to Marwa in the far north region, where the local population are complaining of hardship few days to the celebration of Christmas. In the market in Marwa, goods of basic necessities are said to be very expensive at the moment. Mala Glory tells us more in the report that comes up next.
Food items like rice and vegetable oil, among others, have become a luxury for many residents in the town of Marwa, far north region. But rising inflation across the country, the impact on citizens is heavy as poverty stares many in the face.
À tout moment, il y a le changement des prix. Du coup, la femme dans le ménage, dans l'économie, même par rapport à la ration alimentaire, souffre beaucoup.
In a way to bring relief to the people of Marwa during this Christmas period, authorities from the Ministry of Commerce, in partnership with economic operators, launched a special promotion sales.
Nous mettons en œuvre des opérations de vente promotionnelle pour permettre aux consommateurs désireux de passer Noël et Nouvel An dans de très bonnes conditions d'accéder à ces produits.
A bag of rice that used to sell at 10,000 francs was sold at 8,000 francs, while a packet of sugar was sold at a reduced price of 7,000 instead of 9,000. An initiative that was welcomed by many families.
J'ai acheté le sucre que j'ai l'habitude de prendre à 1000 francs, le carton et la boîte, et aujourd'hui je suis à 700 francs. Mais comment ne pas bénéficier de cette, comment je vais dire, de ces prix préférés?
While residents in the town of Marwa prepare to celebrate the festive season with smiles on their faces, they plead with the public authorities to keep this price reduction permanent, not just in Marwa, but across the country in order to alleviate poverty in Cameroon.
We now go to Brea to meet our reporter Rex Afon, who has been on standby. Rex, you tell us that inhabitants of Mar 15 Lower Bokova have staged a protest in front of the office of the divisional officer for Brea to demand the restoration of electricity in their area. They have been without lights for over 13 months now. You tell us more from Brea, Rex.
They are all from Mile 15 Lower Bokova. Their problem is prolonged power outage.
Living in darkness for 13 months is not easy. Because when you have light, you have life. But when there is no light, you are in darkness. It seems as if you are a dead living corpse because nothing moves. Why children are there, they cannot read. They are not used to candle or bush light.
The absence of electricity for over 13 months has made them to be at the mercy of all kinds of dangers.
Till then, we have suffered, Papa. I cannot lie. Is it not snake bite? Terrible things are entering the house I cannot know. It was just by God's grace that my own snake in my own house that I saw, it was during the day. It was in the night, right in the room. What could have done?
They have come to the office of the divisional officer for Buea, Abba Abdurrahman, to say they are tired of staying in the dark.
The amount of insecurity that is there is alarming. They break people's houses, they vandalize the place, they take things, they extort money, they harass young children in the quarter. People who come late in the evenings, they harass them because there is no light in the place. This is Christmas coming, and people will have to feast in the dark. They should put themselves in our place.
They have come here today because they have reached us a level that we cannot bear.
They have been told that in 3 days, lights will come.
A hungry man is an angry man. Coming here in their number means they are not happy. So, they have promised us 3 days that will have electricity. These are the words of the administrators. And also the technical director of Inyo Boya. And the population has come down to respect these 3 days.
They say if the lights do not come by then, they may be forced to once more take to the streets to demand that power be restored in their area.
Bokova Rex, he moved up to Great Support where traffic was somehow paralyzed due to a protest. Another one staged by inhabitants of Mekongi Quarter and Great Support around the entrance into Sandpit. Their reasons for doing so was that they have been without electricity also for close to 6 months.
We are here at Sandpit Junction where traffic has been interrupted by protesters. As you can see behind me, they are demanding that for the past 6 months they have not had electricity in their quarter. These people are from Mekongi Quarter in Sandpit, one of the quarters in Buea here. And they say for the past 6 months plus, they have not had electricity. And this has had a great toll in their activities, their daily activities. They have interrupted traffic here and are demanding that the lights be restored in their quarter before they will leave this place. You know, this is a situation that has been plaguing many quarters in Buea, and we are seeing a multiplicity of protest actions like this in Buea, drawing towards the festive period.
Interrupted a lot of businesses, like people that deal with perishable goods, those that deal with laundry services. It has affected them. Even children preparing for GCE, they have faced a lot of difficulties in order to prepare for this exam because of no electricity. So today, the population of Sandpit, they have been patient a lot. I can say this is the first time, and we know this is a festive period where everybody is looking forward. There are a lot of businesses, people are looking forward, to cater for their needs, to provide solution for the demand of the festive period. So with no light, it has been really challenging. That is another issue, the insecurity problem of no light. You see, you can go through the street at 8 o'clock, everywhere is quiet because of no electricity. Yes, and it has really obstructed the economic of Sandpit.
Christmas is just in a few days, and we are seeing these people who are saying that they do not want to enter the festive period in darkness, and they have sworn to remain here until they have light. Reporting from Sandpit, I am Rex Afon, Equinoxe Television.
Thank you, Rex. Now we move on to Morocco to meet our special envoy, Smart Njikan Gabriel. Sports journalist Itasos, who closely followed the presser at the conference room of the Grand Stadium of Agadi, say the techniques of the two coaches not disclosing their style of play on Wednesday implies it's going to be a very tight encounter between Cameroon and Gabon. A reporter in Morocco, Smart Njikan Gabriel, spoke to Giovanni Wane and put together this report for the news.
The presser at the conference room of the Agadi Grand Stadium was closely followed by several journalists from Cameroon, Gabon, and other nations covering the AFCON. After following the presser keenly, a Cameroonian sport journalist says,
they didn't give out lots of details about the tactical formation and how they're going to approach the game. which is quite very important. And then the two managed to sound warnings to each other. You heard David Pagu say Ndama na Bufiu, and then Thierry Mayuma, though he didn't give out too much of information about his team, was quite certain that he has a good enough team that can go up and create an upset against Cameroon.
For Giovanni, it is very difficult to say who will carry the day when the match will come to an end on Wednesday.
It's a very tight affair because up to this point in time, even the so-called experts have not been able to differentiate. There's no clear difference between Cameroon and Gabon, because Cameroon is coming in with a very new squad, like Coach David Pagu opined, and then Thierry Mayuma has a blend between the old guards and then the younger generation.
He adds,
it's going to be a very tough game to separate the two teams, especially given the fact that we haven't yet completely seen the package. Even as Cameroonians, from Coach David Pagu, remember that we are yet to watch his team play in a competitive game. He played a friendly against WAC, but that's a friendly altogether. But we've seen what Thierry Mayuma can bring to the fore. It's interesting. He missed out of the World Cup qualifiers only by little to Cote d'Ivoire, that qualified automatically, and in Morocco he wasn't able to get past Nigeria. But it was a very tight game. The weakness we are thinking of Coach David Pagu is his strength.
Cameroon will play the last game against Gabon at the Grand Stadium of Agadir, when it will be 9 p.m. in Kwakwa, southwest region of Cameroon.
And Sumad, again, you tell us that Pagu David has said the fact that he has a new team from that which qualified the country of the Lions for the AFCON doesn't mean they should be taken for granted. The coach of the Lions made the declaration during the pre-match press conference before the first game of the tournament that will take place tomorrow. Meantime, Coach Thierry Mayuma on his part says Gabon has come to better its performance at the AFCON after failing to show up in Cote d'Ivoire.
Conference room of the Grand Stadium of Agadir, it was David Pagu and Nuhu Tolo who were first to answer questions from media persons covering the AFCON. For Nuhu Tolo, the team of Cameroon, though young, should be respected after their few days in camp. During the training session, I have seen discipline, humility and respect. We have a young team which is coming to learn, but we don't learn in a competition, as they all play for big clubs outside and everyone is concentrated. We have been reading from social media and we know what it takes to represent Cameroon. By God's grace, we hope it will be okay.
J'espère que grâce à Dieu avec la barakate, les choses vont se passer de la plus belle manière.
Coach Pagu David, who will be having his baptism of fire on the technical bench in his first official game, was not disturbed with the tasks he has been given. Whenever we are heading to a competition, the adrenaline goes up, but we need to manage it and send positive spirit to the group. It is true that we had a totally new squad as compared to Gabon, but it could be a positive one for the newcomers who will want to show up and create problems for Gabon. Next, in the conference room of the Agadir Grand Stadium, were team coach of Gabon and a player. Bruno Ekwelemanga is one of the surviving players who had played before against Cameroon. 2010, 2017, when we confronted Cameroon, not everyone is still here in the team. The team is set for Wednesday. We came here with an objective, and the short term is the match against Cameroon, and from there we look ahead. For the coach of the Panthers, their presence in Morocco was not by chance.
Les Panthers sont déterminés.
The Panthers are determined. We are not there to announce that we want to attack you, but we are there to surprise you. That is the team spirit. Asked about the situation of their star striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he said, "We shall see about that on Wednesday, but I will confirm that his club sent him with another doctor to help him out. We are happy that he is with us in camp after all."
Smart Njikan Gabriel, Zefren Gonji on special assignment.
Thank you very much, Smart, and good luck to the Lions. Viewers, that does it for this edition of the news in the English language. Thank you so much for always being with us. Thank you for the usual confidence, but don't go away. Our programs continue. The special sports program would be yours in a moment, and also the news in the French language with Irish comes up at 8 p.m. Stay with us on Equinoxe Television, and Merry Christmas in advance to you all.